You all remember that time Kirk Hammett lost his hard drive and it had like a million different riffs on it and it just vanished and he was kind of out for a while and he had to make a bunch of new riffs? Well, the same thing happened to me, only it wasn't a hard drive, it was a notebook. And it was a notebook for this segment and my next episode of Alone with a Man. So I'm going to be kind of just driving blind with this one. Now, everybody knows that heavy metal goes right along with politics. It's like meat and potatoes, peas and carrots, it's all the same. It's a great nation that we live in where we can talk bad about our government, we can talk bad about our politicians, as long as we got something to back them up with. Now, as you know, I am no fan of Joe Biden whatsoever. And what's strange is other politicians on his side not seeming to like him either. He's going through a bit of a missing, I guess you would say it. You know, his vice president's been covering for him, but my biggest thing is that he's nowhere to be found. And what's weird is that actually people have been saying that they want him to step down. They want him not to run again. They don't want Joe no more. It's almost like the Democrats are for this whole let's go Brandon. And I'm for it also. So with that being said, we're going to roll right into our next segment, which is the Patriot Rhythm, which is going to be about 30 seconds to a minute. And if you're not into politics, you can skip right ahead. Just make sure that you do like, subscribe, and share. So like I had said, it seems like a lot of people are not going with Joe Biden now that it seems he can't even hold a conversation with himself. But the Democrats are piling on with calls for Biden to withdraw, upping the pressure on President holds up in Delaware. Now, this is where they're saying that Biden is hiding right now because he doesn't want to be seen, he doesn't want to be heard of. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. But according to my resources, nearly a dozen Democrats added their voices Friday to the chorus of lawmakers calling on Joe Biden to withdraw from the presidential races as concerns about the incumbent's mental acuity and ability to win in November mounts, bringing the total number of Democrat lawmakers who have publicly turned on Biden to 32. That's a lot of people who just don't like Biden anymore. As the president recovers from COVID on his Delaware beach house, rank and file Democrats are coming out publicly in quick succession to urge the president to pass the torch, while party leaders, including former Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and former President Barack Obama, are reportedly expressing their doubts about Biden's viability behind closed doors. So, are they having like these little secret parties with Schumer and the former president Barack Obama? What exactly are they saying? Are they looking for a coup, or do they want to take this man out? Or are they just saying, no more, Joe, you had your fun, let's pass this on to somebody who can actually lead us and further our stepping on or helping America, whichever way you want to see it? While the decision to withdraw from the campaign, President Biden's alone, I believe it is in the best interest of our country for him to step aside, Heinrich said. By passing the torch, he would secure his legacy as one of our nation's greatest leaders and allow us to unite behind candidates who have best defeat Donald Trump and safeguard the future of our democracy. And this was said by Mr. Heinrich. We all remember Heinrich, where his legacy is, what that last name comes from. If not, if you don't know, look up that last name, Heinrich. Four House Democrats authorized a letter on Friday asked Biden to pass the torch to a new generation of Democratic leaders. A new generation? Biden is 2 generations older than I am. And I'm Generation X. Who would he pass it to? What younger generation? Would he give it to the boomers? Would he give it to Gen X? I'd almost say Gen X would not be good in politics because we have a history of being the feral children. You don't want us with all that power and all the knowledge that we have. We must face the reality that widespread public concerns about your age and fitness are jeopardizing what should be winning campaigns. Representative Gerard Hoffman, a Democrat from California, Mark Vesey is a Democrat from Texas, Jesse Garcia, and Mark Pocon from Wisconsin. These prescriptions may not be fair, but they have hardened in the aftermath of last month's debate and are now unlikely to change. We believe the most responsible and patriotic thing to do is in this moment is to step aside as our nominee will continue to lead our party from the White House. It's time to go, Joe. That's what your people are saying. You ever been drunk at a party and your buddies are like, let's go? Joe's there. Joe, you're drunk at the party. You're hitting on the wrong girls. You're talking to the wrong people. Listen to your buddies. Let them just take you home. Go on home, Joe. And yes, this is opinionated, and yes, sometimes it's going to be a little bit harder to sort out the fact from fiction, but this is what I've read, and I'm quoting people. I'm quoting legitimate people, actual people in government. But tell me what you think of this segment, and that's it. Back to the chamber. So I was just talking with my wife, and as you can see, Frankenstein's not there. He's down there with the Bride of Frankenstein, probably hanging out. Actually, she made up a few good points. There's a lot of other stuff, personal stuff that I should be sharing with you guys, but I don't know. Right now, I think we're just gonna keep it stock. I would say, yeah, we'll keep it stock. And I don't want to share too much with you guys, but at the same time, I want you guys to know me, and I want to know you guys. Um, So the next segment is It's New to Me, and the next new album that's new to me is 1349. You know I guys love black metal, and this is my take on it. So let's hit it with some new to me stuff. It's new to me. So we're gonna spill over on two sides today. This is the new to me. No, it's not new, and it is 1349. Just like last segment, I know, but this one, check this one out. This one's cool. It's gold or copper or bronze, however you want to look at it, but it's cool. Yes, it looks like a double album, which I don't like, but it's not. It's all on one side. And I didn't know that there was that many people in 1349. But it's got the bangers. It's got Breath Spears, Ride of the Apocalypse, Death March, Pitch Black, Satanic, Propaganda, Legion, Evil Oath, which was one of my favorites of theirs, Liberation, which is the song that actually got me into 1349. And like we all know, 1349 is the year the Black Plague came to Europe, killing 1/3, I think, of the population, if not more. And by Time and Dust. Who sings Buried by Time and Dust? We all know. But 1349 does a great job of it. And the album is amazing. I think it's real clean, really well produced for black metal. It's not something that sounds like it was recorded off of a Fisher Price. It sounds like something that was actually recorded off of something like that. A Shure 57. It's definitely not done with a ribbon microphone or anything. It's raw. It's not dirty though. It doesn't have that guttural sound. It has a newer, fresher sound. It doesn't sound like old school Bathory, old school Mayhem. It sounds new. It sounds innovative. It sounds what I want to sound like. Now, rolling right into that, my tip which I don't like. I need a better segment than the tip. My suggestion, my helping you. No, I don't know. I need a name for this part of the segment where if you want to sound like black metal, you got to have a black metal rig. And some people say, yeah, just buy a cheap old microphone, buy some cheap speakers, and just tremolo pick. But it's it's more than that. It's a lot more than that. You've got to get into it. You've got to feel it. You've got to set the mood. You've got to turn your candles on and buy. I say that because I have electric candles. But get some incense going. That sucker's heavy. Get some skulls. You know, lay them around the rooms. Really get into it. Black metal isn't just about heavy riffing. You know, tremolo picking, screechy vocals. I don't want to say a lifestyle, but it's something very deep, very dark. It's reaching into your depression. It's reaching into that thing that hurts you and expressing it with wails and screams and moans and shrieks, and just writing just a few words. It's not, big gothic huge Cradle of Filth stuff. It's just 4 or 5 words, maybe 5 or 6 times. Just write what you feel. Feel the pain. Feel the isolation, the loneliness. A lot of black metal bands are from, Iceland, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. And I'm not trying to group them all together because they each have their own area, their own sub-genre of what they sound like from each of those countries. But at the same time, it's the bleakness. Now, I live in Houston, and it's sunny a lot, it's bright a lot, but it's also hot and miserable, and you just want to get away from it. And sometimes when you work outside, like I do, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to go, and you just got to do your job, and you're stuck out in that heat, and it's bearing down on you, and it's crumbling you, and it's literally melting you. And you take it and you put it all in that little ball, and you bring it home, and you keep it in your bag, and then when you get up into your chamber, you let it out. But you don't let it out as a ray of sunshine. You let it out as if it was a black nebulous, just sitting there, absorbing everything that's in the room of the snakes and the den and the fire and the fury. And you just let it sit there. And that is black metal also. Black metal can be fire. Black metal can be heat and moisture and humidity and just what makes you sweat, what makes you feel, what makes you not want to be somewhere. And to me, that's black metal. And if you can put that into your music, that hatred, that vile, that scorched earth. So Dean released the new Razorback. Now, how does everybody feel? I seriously want opinions. I mean, to me, the Razorback was something Dime was working on right before he was taken from us. Thing is sick looking. It's just like a bunch of different angles all which way and everything. It's a ML that looked like it got slashed up. So should Dean release this thing? Should they not release it? But it looks like they already have, because it says Dean Razorback X Classic Black for $499 on their website. But I'm only seeing it in black. I don't see it in any other color, and I can actually buy it now. Would I? I don't think so. Now, on a happier note, though, Doyle has a guitar out, and the thing is legendary. According to the website, legendary, well, obviously, Misfits guitarist as well as solo artist Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein has teamed up with Dean Guitars to take his Annihilator signature guitar to the next level. Every inch of this guitar has been worked on meticulously, from the angle of the aggressive body bevels to the countersunk pickup braces down to Doyle's personal spec. Neck profile, which has a smooth shoulder with a super thin flat black, And if you look at the guitar, he actually has where to put his fingers to make which tones. He's got G on there, A, B, C sharp, E, E, F, A, and I guess B. But I really don't think Doyle's ever gone past maybe fret 7. No detail was overlooked. Doyle's large, unique side markers are a graphic embedded into the finish of the neck, topped with rich light fingerboard that shows off the custom bat inlays, Doyle's own handmade high output custom pickups. Now I know the original Doyle one he made himself. He actually made it in a machine shop. I'm not sure if it was his dad's machine shop or if he owns his own. I know he took machining in high school, which, come to think of it, I actually contacted my old high school because I was in New Jersey for a while. And they said they no longer have machining, they no longer have woodworking or anything. As it was said to me in a way as if, why are you calling here? We don't have that kind of stuff. Which I just thought was really weird. Anyway, Doyle's custom pickups is used in every one of these guitars to provide his monster tone. Monstrous, yes, but it's gotta be the way he just beats up those guitars. Each Annihilator comes with a full FU tone titanium tremolo system with purple springs. You got me at purple springs. And a trem setter for those who love the feel of the recess system but like the option to choose whatever it is, full floating or if it just dives. I really don't care. I don't think Doyle has ever used the trem system. Other features are its 27 jumbo nickel frets, scalar M6 mini tuners, and again, I've seen Doyle play a whole set, and he doesn't tune it. He doesn't tune the guitar at all. Mini tuners dome 2011 T3 aluminum volume knobs and the insanely beveled annihilator body, shape that has become synonymous with the man himself. The guitar is so incredibly detailed it could only be made by Dean Guitars, and it looks amazing. I hope these pictures come out and really do it justice. Misfits has always been a band that I've wanted to see but never have. If you look, I'll post the picture up here. He's only got a volume knob. That's all he needs. He's got one pickup and a volume knob. He doesn't need tones. He doesn't dial in tones. He plugs in and he destroys. And even the tuners, all the lock parts and everything, they look just like the one that he made. He made this in a machine shop, and it looks like it was made in a machine shop. I love the big skull on there. I mean, the thing is complete. If you're a Misfits fan and you don't like this guitar, I don't know what to tell you. I want one. And if there's a loved one out there that would like to get me one, get it. It's only $1,000. It's really not that much for that type of guitar. And as my wife noted out very kindly, the price tag on this little gem is $10,000. Now, I'm sure they have a cheaper version. I just haven't found it yet. But to me, $10,000 for a guitar? No, sir. No, thank you. If, say, 5, maybe 6 at the most for something freaky like that, definitely. But as 1,000, 10,000, 12,000 I've even seen, no, just can't do it. Not for a guitar that only plays 3 chords. And lastly, let's conclude with who knows. I think it's been a great day. I think it's been a great week. I think this has been a pretty good vlog. My wife keeps calling it a podcast. It's not a podcast. It is a vlog, and that's all it is. And you have been alone with a man. My name is Nocturnal Scourge. Thank you.